Once again, I'm your host, Stinky Juan. This is the Legends Divisions of the Champions Series. We are at round 5, and it is going to be in Hungary. When we get started, we use a custom overlay, so I will have to set that up. And while I set that up, I will try to be on a driver that is doing something. Try my best. Now, now I could. Oh, I left. When you said you were gonna, so you meant the back half? I heard you talking. We do have a few new drivers here for this one. Williams. All right, it looks like Josh is going the fastest so far with 2 purple sectors. We haven't had a lot of drivers do any laps though, so we will have Josh coming across the line, and he messes up right at the end and doesn't actually do a lap here. And with that, and we can see here coming across the line, Josh does do the fastest lap still, but then gets beat immediately by Mason, obviously because of the spin. Wasn't a true lap. Mason does a 117.665. So a pretty good lap there. Yeah, so there is still room. Just contact Clicky, and Clicky will be able to get you in. On Discord, just message him on Discord, or even message him in TeamSpeak. That'll be another method in which you can. Oh, here we go. And Sekendo does a 117.464, goes fastest here, and we have a fast lap going on from Danny here, who won our last race. Can't get to him. Danny does go fastest with a 116.426. I was trying to get to him. We have Riley doing a fast lap. It's invalidated though. We have now John and Miller both coming out onto outlaps here. Sorry about all the moving. I'm just trying to get to these drivers, but They haven't put in a time, so it's a little bit difficult. All right, we have Miller doing a purple sector there. Oh, and a big spin. Loses the front wing. And that's the end of their lap. We do have John here on a fast lap. We'll see if they will be able to beat. We'll get in there. You do need to do a 117 just to get into the top 8 or top 5 here. As we can see with the weather, it does not look like it's going to rain at this moment. Oh. Takendo, it's disconnected. Hopefully they'll be able to get back into the race. But we have here John coming into the end of the lap, doing a pretty decent lap time here. It'll be good first lap. It does a 116.971. Goes second fastest here. Now we can see here we have Ali here doing a lap. Does a personal best through sector 1, a 27.6. We have the fastest through there is a 27.399. So a little bit off from that one. Looks like does another personal best through sector 2. Coming into the final corner to the line and does a 118.638. So a little bit off, but gets into P8 here and passes their teammate. We go down. We can see Riley here is doing a lap. I can't go. Does a fastest first or a personal best first sector. And then spins. Makes the mistake there. And with that, we will follow here now Mason. Looks like we got another driver here, so I'll keep an eye on when they get added. Does not look like Mason is doing a fastest lap here. Maybe we should move to... It's like Riley is coming... Oh, just, yep, still having some issues there. We have Alexander coming out. Okay, now we have him coming in. So let's put Sunby in. Right. Right now as we go down. Oh, we have Renzo doing the fastest lap with a 116.014. Limp comes across the line and does a 115.463 and goes fastest by a half a second. And just like that, we breached the 115s. And let's see if Miller is going to match that now. I go look and see. Yeah, it looks like the weather should be okay for the race as well. Like it's just going to be a dry quali and a dry race at the moment. We do have 7 minutes left on this qualifier. We will see. Miller here coming to the line, has 2 personal best sectors and puts in a 116.127, so goes 3rd fastest here. Oh, and looks like we had somebody spin sector 3. Hey, how's it going, Limp? Way to put in a amazing time. Let's see if we can find somebody who is doing a hot lap. Most of these drivers are in a pit. He's pitting. They're all pitting. So we will follow here. Ali again. Looks like Mason is maybe doing a lap. No, he is coming in. I think Danny's actually doing a lap, right? Up here. No, Danny's in the garage as well. Miller's in the garage. Sunby is coming out. Just finally got here into qualifying. We'll see what kind of time they'll be able to do. We'll need to do around a 117 just to get into the top 10. So as we wait here for them to start, we can see that there are all the drivers are starting to come out. There'll probably be a few that wait all the way until the end. Oh, so here we go. And we get the Alfa Romeo driver back in, so it's nice to see. I'm able to get back in. Hopefully can do a better time. And it looks like Sunby just does a quick check of the track, I think. But here we are. Maybe we'll follow Josh here. The driver standing leader has been doing really well throughout the season so far. See if they'll be able to improve their lap time here. Coming in will most likely be their last qualifying lap here. All right, and it looks like he's getting ready to do his lap here. And he starts his lap. Did look like he might have been a little bit compromised through there, but not too much. Just more of a nuisance. Like, trying to keep an eye on him. All right, does do personal best through sector 1. That's a good sign here. Might be able to breach the 116s. Ooh, and Mason gets disqualified for parking in a dangerous location here. And we have Josh here now coming through the end. Oh, that looked like it just snapped on him. We have here Alexander now. We'll have Limp doing a 115.421. Not look like he. Yeah, he's not doing it. I think he's ready. Gonna do a lap now. Right here. So this is the start of their lap. Like, we might have a few other drivers doing laps right now as well. So let's move. Looks like there's a few drivers up at the top that are through sector 1. Danny looks like he's doing a really good job here. Oh, and spins it. Miller goes second fastest, 115.480. We have, looks like John. All right, John's doing a lap here. Might be one of the last drivers able to do a lap here coming towards the end of this qualifying session, and snaps. And it's starting to look like this might end up being a who makes the least amount of mistakes here. Looks like Josh might be trying to do another lap here though, so we'll keep an eye on it. Oh, and he spins as well. Yeah. So it looks like a lot of mistakes happening right now. Oh, we do have, looks like Sunby is still doing a lap. Is coming to the end, is doing a personal best. Let's see what time they'll be able to put up. It does go faster, but not fast enough. Only a 120.4. Let's see, we have Fappa, I think, doing a lap right now. Might not be doing a lap. Yeah, I didn't think it was. But with that, that is qualifying. All right, and our qualifying order is going to be Danny, John, Alexander, Sam, Josh, Sekundigo. We have Fappa, Mason, Riley, Ollie, Ollie, and Sunby. Then our disqualifications were Limp, Broken, and Renzo, and Mason. I will invite you back in once game loads. I never noticed they're like straight T-posing. Oh. Look at all the crew members just standing in T-pose in the front. It's hilarious. I never knew they did that. It all right, and then now let's bring up the stuff we need. Rid of the stuff we don't need. Bring up the leaderboard. Right there. It doesn't come up. I think something is broken. There we go. Found the little mistake. Oh, and it looks like two drivers now going to be starting on cold tires here. Oh, 3 Miller even crosses it. We have Danny on the hards. We have Danny, Fapa, Ollie, Limp, Miller, Renzo, all on hards. The rest are on mediums here. So we have about half and half. What is that angle? That is an aggressive angle. Right? Lights. Oh, and we have Alexander jumping the start here, and he's going to have to do a drive-through. That is going to cost them a lot here. But with that, as we move, we should be in the front here. With John. Oh, it looks like it's a little bit of a dive here, and because of that, Josh gets through, and Josh is now in P1 essentially, because we will see Alexander have to take a drive-through eventually. And we did see a little bit of an incident happening near the back here. But as we have these drivers come through, we can see Papa here now attacking. And these positions matter a lot here with Lint now trying to come through the field. And we have a few position changes now, so let's look at that. We have Josh taking 3, John losing 1, Sekendo taking 2, Sam getting 1. Oh, and we see a spin there. Oh, and Danny retires from that. Is it gonna cause a safety car? No, it looks like his car's still okay. We have Josh going fastest. Oh yeah, because it's the first lap here. We see Alexander taking his penalty already from jumping the start. We have John now right on the back of Josh, our driving leader here, driver standing leader. And Sekendo still in third. We have Sam getting back to their position. We see our first penalty here from in P3. That's going to cost him. Looking like he's going to be looking to attack John here. This is a very difficult track to get passes on, and we'll see if they will be able to here. We can see both Miller and Mason getting some decent positions, and John just takes a snap. And with that, he goes back into P7 now. He might still be dropping. But we are here with the 1, 2, and 3 all together. We have Limp actually. Looks like he's on the back of Fapa here. And Josh goes fastest with the 1:26.95. We have Limp going on to the outside here. Fapa's looking to defend it. Holds the inside line there. And that line always takes so long, that camera angle. And with that, we see Fapa goes backwards. Limp taking that position. Sam getting a really good start. Gets one position. We have Josh and Sekendo taking 4 together. We have Ollie going into the pits. Probably took damage. Yes, it takes a 8.2. So it'll be most likely damage. Goes on to the mediums. Oh, and it looks like we have Riley. Riley had a spin. And that's going to be the thing today. I think it's a lot of these drivers. It's how many. Oh, it looks like Josh has a spin or makes a mistake. And now goes into P4. So this is the thing about this track, right? Oh. Do I not have these people named right? No. Oh, no. Yeah, that was... So, safety car activated here. So anybody that's on the mediums can switch over. And it looks like we already have 2 of them going in. We have Josh and John both taking this time to go into the pits here. And they're going to put on these hards and try to go stretch it out. Maybe they can even stretch this into just going on to soft style. We have Renzo as well going onto it. And has to hold. It looks like he's taking a long hold here. That's a 9.1. There might have been changing a wing there, looks maybe. But with that, we are waiting for... They didn't look like any of the other drivers pit. So let's bring up the pit stop window, or pit stops. And it looks like 4 drivers took a pit. We had Ollie go in, Renzo, Josh, and John. We will see as we get back up to the front if any other drivers pit, but if they didn't pit when it came out, I doubt any of them are going to pit now, because if you pit now, you're going to end up in the back of this pack. It looks like we will take another one as these cars are still trying to catch up with Renzo and Ali. And it looks like we will have these drivers catch up to the back. We'll most likely be going racing soon. We'll know once we get into the third sector if we will be off to racing again. The things we want to note here is that we have the number 1 car has a 3-second penalty. We also have Oli with a 3-second penalty, but also already has 5 warnings here, so might even take another one. We have Miller with the fastest lap so far with the 120.266. And as we cross this third sector line, and we will be off to racing again. We do have Sam and Takendo both on medium still. We have Liv, Fapa, Oli, and Miller are all on hards. Mason on mediums with Alexander also on mediums. Oh, and we had... Okay, it looks like it was all resolved, so that's good. Nothing happened there. And now as we wait... All right, now it looks like he's off. And it looks like Limp gets a really good jump here. And Sam is actually going to have to be careful here with his teammate right on the back of him. He goes onto the inside looking for the pass. And stays really far in the inside. And like that, Sam goes backwards. Is in P2 and now has to keep an eye on Fapa now that's right behind him. Limp getting 10 positions here. Takendo now he's going to be looking to try to make a gap as big as possible to make up that 3-second penalty that they have. There is still a lot of time to make that gap up. And it looks like now Fapa is having to keep an eye on the back with Miller now right behind him. We see here, oh, I did not see what happened to him. Oh no, the number 1 P1 is still spun here. But as we wait, we will keep watching Miller here with the... And that is unfortunate. Was in P1. It looks like he actually retires now, so that is our 3rd retirement. Oh, it looks like here Miller is going to be attacking. And now we have the Ferrari 1-2 looking to try to get this, bring this to the end together. We have Limp and Sam now. We do know Limp to be a very strong driver. And we'll be looking to maybe try to help his teammate get to the end in P2. Sam has shown a really good race so far. Qualified high. Oh, it looks like we have, right in the back, we have Mason on the attack on Alexander here. And we actually have a third. Looks like Ollie was even trying to get into that fight. And it's looking like this middle pack is trying to fight it out here. Oh! Ollie looked like he almost lost it there. Alexander right on the back of Ollie. Or Ollie. Oh, and it looks like Sam had made a mistake and is dropped all the way back into 9th now. So went from 2nd to 9. That's not going to be good. And now we have Limp and Miller together. Looks like Miller is getting closer and closer here. But we'll keep an eye on right here on Alexander. We have DRS now enabled. We will not get it for this sector. But we should be able to get it on this next sector. And we'll see if Alexander looks to attack after outside of this corner here. Does not. Oh, he takes a peek. But he's got to keep an eye right behind. Mason is waiting for him to make a mistake here. And hey, Sway, what's up? And it looks like Sam Did he take a penalty? Oh, and we have Alexander with the penalty here. So now Mason does not have to finish this pass off. We actually see here now, Papa is actually dropping back here, and Oli is right on him. And it looks like we have a lap car. No, he just lets him through. Maybe made a mistake. This just seemed like a lot of these drivers are making mistakes here. And we are getting a really big train here with Alexander has not been able to pass Oli. But is looking to pass right here. Goes onto the inside, has the softer compounds, and does successfully do it with the DRS. I wonder who has the DRS coming out of this section though. Oh, and he does. So he's definitely just finishing off that pass now. And now we'll be seeing if Alexander can make that gap. Did have that trouble with the drive-through penalty, but was lucky enough to get a early safety car that brought him back into the race. And Ollie takes a penalty. I think that might be the third or second penalty here. So has 6 seconds of penalties. Oh, there's some close racing here. Looks like he gets a little bit pushed out, but doesn't affect either of their speeds there. And oh, Ollie is just getting hounded right now by these drivers behind. This train is just getting bigger and bigger. Oh, and Mason is getting impatient here. Tries to take the inside there. And does get it off, but now right behind him, we have Renzo taking advantage of that. Limp goes fast with the 119.867. And with that, Mason does not get that position because Renzo actually takes it from him. Oh, and it's like a little bit of shoving. Ollie is slowing a lot of these drivers down, looks like. And Josh is now going to be looking to try to pass here and stay with the rest of these drivers, Alexander, Renzo, and Mason. But we can see here Renzo... Alexander already making a gap from Renzo with the 1.7 second gap. And Alexander is already on the attack on Fapa now. We actually have Limp and Miller together. I wonder which group we should follow here. And we have Mason looking to attack Renzo as well right behind. We are coming up to the end of lap 10 now. So there's still plenty of race left. These drivers will have to try to avoid making mistakes. We have Ollie here still being attacked by the drivers in that train because he does have the harder compound. He's just trying to get stretch them out as far as possible. We have here Alexander right on the back. I think this is the closest it's been to Fapa since the beginning. Alexander looking to give some really good points to this Haas team. They have struggled to get points other than our number 1 driver of Josh. It looks like he might be able to do it here. He's right on the back of Fapa now, looking to attack. We have Renzo and Mason together. We had Josh. It looks like Josh successfully passed Oli. And now Oli and Ollie are going to be together. John is looking to recover, see how many positions he can get. Sam, the same thing. They both made mistakes. They were both in good positions until they had made those mistakes. We'll see if they can make it up. There's plenty of race left. Anything could happen. Just got to keep your head down. With that, we can see Renzo now actually catching up. So Alexander, that pace that he had, once he got behind Fapa, it looks like he lost a lot of it and is not able to get close enough to attack here. And now we have Renzo and Mason coming onto the back of this train. And now we even have Ollie and oh, and it looks like he might have hit him in the back there. It's a little bit of a teammate collision there. You don't like to see that. We'll come back up to this main train here with FAPA now. This P3, battle for P3 is going to be very interesting. We do have our front runners. It looks like Limp actually passed Miller there. Oh, and it looks like Limp makes a mistake and now is in P2. And with that, we're going to be looking like, oh, he gets behind. Now he's behind all the other drivers here. And now this position went from a battle for third to a battle for second. You see Sam there taking a penalty. Sam now with 3 seconds of penalties. We'll give a look at that later in this race to see if these penalties don't matter until close to the end of the race when we go see Alexander now here looking to attack, goes onto the outside. Oh, and it even looks like he might even, no, he's not able to fully complete it yet. Has to fight it off. It looks like FAPA might, yes, FAPA still comes out in ahead there. And FAPA still holding the position. Alexander playing very fairly here. Has been looking for some space and has been giving it and getting it. But still not able to pass. This is a very difficult track to pass people on. With your main two spots to pass are the DRS zones. And now that we can see that this train is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers deep. And it looks like Josh, this is the best thing for Josh to try to get back into this race and maybe even have a chance for a podium. With this fight with Papa and Alexander and then Renzo and Mason not really being able to get through. And we can see here Limp now even looking to attack. So now Mason's looking behind as well. All right, it looks like Papa does not get the best exit there. And because of that, Alexander is looking to attack, but he's actually blinking. So he's actually, oh, and it looks like he just looked like a little bit of unnecessary contact there. But with that, we have FAPA drops all the way down to 7. And this is because this train is filled with like 5 drivers. So if you make one mistake or something happens, you go all the way back. Helicopter view, yeah. The helicopter views are pretty nice. This track has a lot of hold positions where it just holds this position for a really long time. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Oh, sorry for the ads for the people who don't. Yeah, we can look at the penalties for right now. We have, I think, more than 4 drivers. We have 6 drivers with penalties. Alexander has a 3, Renzo has 3, Mason 3. Oli has 6, Sam 3, and Ollie has 3. Alexander now on the back foot. We see Limp gets through. I missed the passes there. You guys might have saw it. And now he's looking to attack here on Alexander. Looks like Alexander cannot defend it. They come out through here. See, this is the main one, man. That we're missing so much of that corner. And now I think Alexander's just gonna be trying to look to keep on the back of Limp here. Hopefully he can maybe bring him up to the front to Miller, who has a gap of 8 seconds now. Has been showing really good pace here in this race. And with Limp passing, now we can see Alexander, Renzo, and Mason all have 3-second penalties together. And they're all together. So this is kind of good for Josh, as long as Josh can try to keep himself away from any penalties. might have a chance to gain some good positions here just through penalties alone. But it's still pretty early. We'll see if he's able to avoid those penalties or not. Now we can see Renzo here on the back of Alexander. We have Limp going faster with a 119.706. We see Ollie now takes another penalty. And as we get closer to the pit stop window, which we kind of are in, we did have some of the drivers pit pretty early, but now we're going to be looking at a lot of these medium runners who did not pit. This is going to be around where they're going to look at pitting. I'd say maybe lap 18, maybe even stretch it to 20. But I would say a lot of these drivers are going to start thinking about pitting now, as these tires slowly wear in. And we do have the gap between Limp and Alexander has grown to a 1.7. So he's just not able to keep up. Mason takes another penalty, which is going to now set him behind Josh even at this point. Yeah, so we have this 4 drivers here: Alexander, Renzo, Mason, and Josh are going to be looking to pit. And we can see here Alexander takes the first pit. So this is the first true pit. We can see there through that another driver was coming into pit as well, or maybe he isn't. Do you see that? Some of those drivers are still T-posing. Or not, the workers. Still just T-posing out there. Alright, so he does take the first pit. He is the... Alexander, actually, even where he's in now is really good with that. He had to take a early drive-through penalty because he jumped the start, but has recovered pretty well all the way into 8th now, with all of the drivers above him need to pit at least one more time. We might see... I don't think Miller, Limp, and Josh can stretch these tires out all the way. I mean, not Josh, Papa. But we will see as we get closer and closer. All right, so Josh opts to stay out. Renzo stays out as well. And we have Mason goes in. So here we go. We get our second pit of the medium runners. Well, this is going to be a good gauge on the undercut, overcut. Now with him coming in, we will get to see... Oh, he's even taking a wing, which took some wing damage as well. Goes onto the hards. We'll be going to the end on these tires now. And with that, we can see Sam now gets past Mason. With all that fighting, it looks like Sam was able to make up some of that position. I don't think he'll be able to stretch this out all the way to the end of the race, but it'll definitely be interesting. Now we'll just see here with Limp and Miller now. With P1 and P2, they have 17 laps on these tires. Let's see how much longer these drivers stay out here. All right, and we see here Miller now on the attack, goes onto the inside. Limp concedes it for now, but is looking to do an over-under maybe. But as we can see, Miller has the DRS through here, but does get a really good exit. Takes a look, but obviously just way too ambitious. And he takes the smart choice and just does not try to go through. All right, and we see Josh goes in and it also takes a wing. So definitely a lot of these guys through all this fighting has taken a little bit of damage, and now are trying to rectify it through the pits. So we'll see if their paces change or not. We see Josh goes back to 9th now. But we do still have a few of these drivers have to come in. Renzo will still have to come in on those mediums. We saw that they stretched those out to around 16 laps. They'd even stretch it to 18. We have Mason now taking another penalty. So let's bring the penalties back up just for a second. And Ollie takes one. And it looks like Miller now is going to be going on the inside. Does have the DRS coming through this sector. Is going to be able to get back in front. He's not going to be able to get back in front. Oh, and we have Alexander here now passing. Oh, yeah, because he comes into the pits. All right. All right, comes in. Puts on a new set of mediums here. I believe this is their second pit. Nope, first pit. So goes medium is gonna go for another pit. Unless he made a mistake there, because definitely was on mediums, right? All right, let's go back up to the top with the 1 and 2 still fighting. We have Sam actually right on the back of John. Oh, and look at that. Josh with them both, too. And we have a battle now here for P6. Oh, we have Mason. Was that Mason? No. Sorry, that was Miller. Miller makes a mistake there. Oh, he's still spinning. Renzo goes into the pits. Stays out for really long. Oh, it looked like he almost touched him there. Josh almost making a mistake there. Was able to slow it down just enough. Renzo also takes an 8-second penalty, so also takes damage. It looked like Josh almost hit the back of him there. Miller comes into the pits. Now we could see. Oh man, that pace. That pace right now from Josh. Looking pretty good. They're still going over under here. Josh does get it for now. Let's see if he'll be able to hold it. It looks like he's holding it for now. And now we'll be looking to attack John here. John on those 17 lap old hards will maybe be looking into going on to mediums. But right now mediums would be, or softs, sorry, going on to softs maybe. But we can see Josh did a fastest first sector. We do have Limp with the fastest lap of a 119.706. Might be looking at that being beaten near the end of this race. We have Limp taking his pit. We'll see where he ends up. And Fapa taking his pit. So here we go. It's going to become. They're both coming in for mediums. We'll see where they come out in respect to these drivers that have already pit. Looks like Fapa is still. Nope, Renzo actually goes past him. So Renzo is past him. It looks like he's actually going to barely come out in front of John and Josh. So here we go. He's in the pack already, even though it's. He just came out on these new mediums, so they're not quite warm enough. He's gonna be looking to try to avoid an incident from happening. And we can see here Josh putting huge pressure on John right now. Oh, maybe a little bit of an ambitious peak there. I don't know if I would have advised that. That looked like it was What a good catch there. It looked like he might have getting ready to go into the wall there. Was able to catch it. We have Renzo going fastest with 1:18.983. So what a lap. Almost a full second faster. And with that, we have Renzo right on the back of Limp here. And they'll be looking to try to catch up to Alexander, who is on the hard. So Alexander's job is just try to not let them get DRS as they both fight through these corners here. They do not want to give way. Sam goes into the pits, has to take a wing, it looks like. Does not want to give up, does not want to concede this position, as we can see. Looks like Miller now attacking John as well. We'll follow this through the DRS zone and then go backwards, see if they're gonna pass. So it looks like there's a pass going on right here. Does take the position there. All right, and let's move back up. It looks like Limp Renzo on the fight again. Limp goes on to the outside, wants to get the good exit here. And we see Miller going fastest 1:18.833. As these two drivers fight, they're gonna give Alexander a fighting chance every time. And now that we have most of these drivers besides John pitting, let's switch back over. Let's look at position change right now. And we have Ollie taking a penalty, a 3-second penalty. So actually, let's look at penalties really quick. We have the penalties of Alexander and Renzo. We also have Mason with 9, Ollie with 9, Sam with 3, and Ollie with 9. And then now let's switch back up to position change. We have Alexander with 2, Limp with 10. We have Renzo with 12/11, depending on where they are. We have Papo getting 3 positions, Miller with 8, John goes down 4, Josh is down 2, Mason gets 7, Oli gets 1, and we have Sam losing 6 positions so far, Ollie losing 2, and Sunby losing 1. We have Limp now in P1. It looks like Alexander, I was talking about that. I think I missed him make a mistake. And with that mistake, he drops all the way back here into 3rd. As we have these two still fighting it out up in the front. We have John going into to get some softs. He's going to be looking to try to beat that time. I think he knew it was safe to go into the pits there. Should still be able to come out in front. Yep, does come out in front of Sam here. And with that, we'll be looking to try to get a fastest lap. Oh, and it looks like Renzo almost loses it there, but was able to recover from it. But with that, Limp's going to be trying to take that position here. Oh, and if they get in too many incidences together, gives Alexander a good chance here. Miller now looking to try to get up there with them. Renzo here on the outside. Right, it looks like he does get the pass on him. Has the DRS. Miller goes even faster with 1:18.319. We could see that we'll keep an eye on John, who is yet to try to do a fast lap, I think. Been waiting. We do have, because oh, and it looks like Renzo spins out. That's a hard corner to go through it with somebody. I think he just lost a little bit. It looks like Josh now on the back foot here. with Mason on the attack. Josh has his light blinking. Gonna be looking to try not to lose this position, but Mason is here and is attacking. Every point here is gonna count. The Haas team is trying to get back into it with the McLaren taking a pretty decent gap on the Alpine and the Haas. We do have the Ferraris look like they're trying to get into it. Josh loses the position to Mason. It was just too much pressure, I think. And with that, Mason takes the position. It looks like they're all fighting here. Alexander now takes the position back. Does have a 3-second penalty, so will lose that if it stays this way going into the end of this race. Limp looks like he's holding the inside. With those softer compounds, he's going to be able to do it easily and hold that position. And as we get closer and closer to the end of this race, when we get to 5 laps, I will be putting out a driver of the day poll. And I would like to know who you thought was the driver of the day. So now we have a 4-car train here. We have Josh and Mason both fighting. It looks like Josh got back past Mason. And we'll be looking to attack it as well. But, oh, looks like Renzo was peeking on Miller. Miller's probably not enjoying that since he's trying to probably attack as well. But he's going to have to try to defend that. And with all this fighting, it looks like Fapa is getting closer and closer to being into this fight here. All right, and it looks like Miller here on the attack onto Alexander, who is also blinking. Looks like he's trying to defend it, but then gives way. Miller holds the inside line, comes out of it with a good exit, has DRS as well, just like him. Gonna hold that position and now in P2. We have Limp now in P1, holding the position. And we're back to Limp and Miller in first and second. We have Alexander still holding really strong in third, but has that penalty. So let's look back at it. We have Renzo and Alexander both having the penalty. It looks like Renzo had a incident, either mistake or maybe a car. I'm not sure. Either way, drops out of the DRS of the other drivers. Fapa still looking to try to get back onto the back of these drivers. Alexander now in third and is actually no, he's gonna lose that position if it stays this way. So he's been looking to try to get past these drivers and maybe gain some positions, but we're not sure yet. Alexander qualified in third, is now holding third still. The only driver still left is in the same position that they qualified in. I believe all these drivers will be able to get to the end of this race. Yes, they all should be able to get to the end of the race with their tires that they're on. Some will be hurting more than others. But as this train is happening, let's come back. Sorry about all the movement. Just trying to get back over here. It looks like Mason and Josh are still fighting it, and Josh is getting the better of them both. It still looks like he's in sixth. I don't know if it was his track. He made a few mistakes, but if he can end up finishing in sixth, this is a good spot for him. Any points from here on out is going to be really good. Has a decent lead. It's not big, but it's enough to where you just need to keep continuously getting decent points. And should be able to maintain it. Alexander doing a really good job for the Haas team. Should be able to try to help them for the Constructors Championship. Let's see if they could get to the end of this race, though. And here we come. We are about to be coming onto the lap 30 here. And as we do that, I will put up a poll for all of you for driver of the day. We'll have And as they fight, Alright, the driver of the day poll is up. If there's a driver that you wanted to vote for but is not on that list, feel free to just type it in the comments and we will add it to the list. We have Miller and Limp still fighting it out. Alexander losing that gap on him. Fappa, if he just holds this position, will get the podium position with the 3 seconds from Alexander. With this being Alexander's first race, it is a really good finish, even if he gets fourth. Almost gets a podium. At this point, is really close to a podium. Alright, and as we get closer and closer, we can see Renzo now getting closer and closer to the back of Fappa. And this pressure might give him a chance here. And as we get closer to the end of this race, let's bring up our penalties here. As we can see, Alexander gonna lose that position. Oh, it looks like Mason has been getting all those positions, but is going to lose maybe one. It actually looks like he might be able to get out of the stretch of... Oh, and Josh actually retires really close to the end of this race. And it brings out a safety car. And just like that, we have a reset. Wow. And right, just like that, right at the end of this race, looks like those extra Haas points might just be gone. And this is gonna hurt Mason really bad here, because Mason had a really good gap, was able to build that gap that they needed to not lose a position at the end of this race. But with this safety car, it's gonna bunch all the drivers up. We might see this become an issue. Ooh. Okay, it looks like Limp does come in, so Ollie isn't gonna get lapped. Thought he might have get lapped here. Gonna go put on some sauce, I'm assuming. Puts the sauce on. Miller puts the sauce on. Renzo is most likely on sauce. Yep. Alexander's on the sauce. Mason's coming in. Gonna put the sauce on. So now we're just having a quick sprint to the end of this race. And just like that, Fappa stays out. He's gonna risk it. How old are those tires that Fappa's on? Let's look. Fappa is on 11 lap old tires onto a reset against Sauce. He might just get eaten up. Just gonna say that. Oh, that was generous. Did you see what just happened? I believe Fappa went off track there to allow Ollie to pass him, which then allowed Ollie to go through past the safety car, so he was not a lapped car. I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but that is what it looked like. And if it is what he did, that's really nice sportsmanship from Fapa here. And we are going to be getting started here with Fapa, Limp, Alexander, Renzo, Miller, and John. Oh, Mason just gets onto the back of it. And also Ollie. So all these drivers are going to be competing for first here. And now we just drop all the way back up to the front with Fapa, who is... This is going to be hard right here. Oh, and it looks like Limp gets that, catches that jump. And he's going to pass him immediately. Oh, he doesn't. I think he had to slow down. Didn't want to lose that position there. And Alexander is looking like he's in a sandwich. But he gets away, gets out of that. And Fapa here, oh, it's just so much speed out of those softs there. And he's just stuck. We can see Renzo there gets through. Oh, and he... Oh my gosh, I thought they were going to collide for a second. And this is what we were talking about with Fapa on those old tires. It's just... Those old mediums against all these new softs, it's just not happening. And we're just watching Fapa go backwards. I get what he was trying to do, but it's not working. He didn't really lose his position, but with every other driver behind him pretty much on softs, this might become bad for him coming towards the end of this. And as we come towards the line, we're going to be going into our last lap. And it looks like Renzo gets through. And here we come. This is going to be our yellow flag. I mean, not yellow, sorry, white flag. We are on our last lap, the final lap. Renzo's in first so far. Alexander in third. Limp in second. Alexander's penalty is 3 seconds, so he's going to be looking to try to get that gap onto Fapa. Mason doing a really good job holding that fifth, but we'll need that big gap, and there's not a gap there. Not really an easy way to get that gap, though. Renzo takes a late penalty here. Oh, and it's 6 seconds now accumulated. It's going to drop him all the way down to third. Maybe even fourth at this point. With Fapa catching back up to the others. Or holding his position there. But we're going to stick with the front. We'll move backwards as we get through. So here we come. Looks like Renzo's going to come across the line in first, but we'll lose it due to penalties. And here he comes. So Renzo comes across the line in first. Gets fastest lap of 117.140. Loses the position to Limp because of penalties. Oh, Alexander loses his position to Fapa. So Fapa actually jumps all the way up into second from where he was. Alexander takes third. Renzo takes fourth. John takes fifth. Yes, Mason takes sixth. Oli takes seventh. Sam gets eighth. Miller gets a DNF. Not sure exactly what happened there. And Ollie takes 10th. Sunby takes 11th. So Sunby, this whole time, is going to get points. It's going to get points by just staying in this race all the way until the end. So really good job there. And here comes Ollie. Gets across the line. And Limp takes the win here for the Legends division in Hungary. We get driver of the day is Renzo from the game. But today is Limp for Ferrari. Gets the race win here in Hungary. All right, let me some race stuff really quick. So we did get Renzo with the fastest lap. Gets his first fastest lap of the year. The order was Limp, Fapa, Alexander, Renzo, John, Mason, Oli, Sam, and I didn't get the rest. All right, and so that was our Legends division in Hungary. We will be racing again tomorrow for the Champions division. It'll be at 1800 GMT. We'll also be doing a we'll be doing some live telemetry on Sunday on YouTube. When the race is happening in Saudi Arabia in real life. So we hope to see you then. That is, I actually don't know the GMT for that one. I believe it is, I don't want to guess. I won't, but it is on YouTube if you go to Delta Zero, or if you go to YouTube, and Delta Zero Productions is on YouTube. You'll have it there. But that was our race for the Legends division. We had our pole winner was Alexander and Miller. They both got a tie. So congratulations to them. Yeah, that was some good fighting in that race. But on that, I'll see you guys all next time.